Excellent!
So to make an apple pie, you should start out by getting all of your ingredients, tools, and everything out and ready so you can make use of them. Of course, I have the main ingredients for an apple pie, which is going to be the apples themselves. I usually use a mix of these, but right now we got some Granny Smith, we got some Honeycrisp, which is the champagne of apples, and we got some Red Delicious. You're going to want about 4 to 5 pounds of apples per pie. We're making 2 pies today, so we got about 10 pounds total. Of course, we also have the ingredients for the pie filling, which is going to include cinnamon, and some nutmeg, also some sugar and flour and salt. We got those all over there. For the nutmeg, those are whole, so we're going to use this to grate them up. Also got some measuring utensils over here. Specialty tools, we're just going to be using the food processor over here. And then we have this, which is an apple core slicer peeler, which is a fantastic contraption. For the crust, I'm using an almond brown recipe, so we have butter as well as shortening, and I'm trying to keep that cold, so it's only out here temporarily. And then to go in that, we have Applejack, and then that will also just be a mix with flour and salt. Finally, you've probably got an old laptop or desktop that you're going to hand down to a family member, my sister in this case, so you're going to want to make sure you back up everything off of the computer and get that on an external drive. Then we're just going to go over to Restore, since this is on Windows 7, and we'll do the backup and restore. Next, we'll want to go into Advanced Recovery Methods and choose Reinstall Windows. Do I have an installation disk? Of course I do. And with that kicked off, of course, we have our recipe itself, which I have right here, and if I'm on top of things, I'll transcribe the important parts and put that in the video's description. But to simplify things, first we're going to make the pie crust, put that in the fridge. Second, we're going to make the pie filling. Third, we're going to put the crust in these and put the filling in it. Fourth, we're going to cook it all, and then we'll be done. Starting with the crust, we need 12 ounces of flour by weight. This will make 2 crusts, and I need to do this twice, because I need 4 crusts total, 2 for each pie. Now that's grams. Give me ounces. Gah! There we go. 6 ounces of cold butter and 2 ounces of cold shortening, more or less. A teaspoon of salt, a tablespoon of sugar. Mix that real quick. Butter goes in next. I try to chop it into cubes. It's about half the butter. We'll give it a few pulses. Other half of the butter. And the shortening. Now all that's left to do is add liquid until it all holds together enough, and you can use water for that. I'm going to use very cold Applejack. This is the last of my last bottle, and I'm trying a new technique this time, which is to put it in a spray bottle so I can spritz it in, which will give me more even coverage. And also, if you need a pick-me-up later on, we got more. Ooh, it works. So now you can see it's holding together a lot more. Still a little bit crumbly, but I'll probably just give it a little bit more and then it'll all hold together. So really the idea is not to overwork it, so I just want to kind of gather it into a ball so I can leave it to keep cool until I get the other one ready. Oh wait, I need 2 balls.
I really want to make a joke about balls.
Alright, now I got our 2 dough balls, roughly equal size. I'm going to put these in the fridge to keep cool and do that all again to make 2 more. 12 ounces flour, sugar and salt, 6 ounces of butter, 2 ounces shortening, and more Applejack. We're now starting to wash our apples and get them divided up into 2 batches, 1 for each pie. Now is also a good time to start the oven, set to 425. And of course we should keep an eye on the Windows installation. Fortunately, it's moving along pretty reasonably. This is either the fun part or the crappy part, depending on who you are. If you have kids, convince them that this is the fun part, because it involves manual labor, and it's a great way to you know, get someone else to do it. But this has a suction cup at the bottom, and this is actually made, this is a piece of marble that's made for pastry. We don't have the best countertops in our kitchen. Maybe we'll remedy it at some point in the future, but this is the surface I'm going to be using to roll out the pastry dough as well. But anyway, section cup this to there. It's got a little release on this side. There's a couple sharp pieces down at this end, so watch out for those. But the apple gets affixed like so, and you just give it a crank, and it cores, slices, peels, all at the same time. It's not perfect, of course, but it saves much labor. You just pull it off like that. You're almost always going to need to clean some of this up with a paring knife. Bonus though, don't get too full on those pieces though. From there we just give it a few slices, and ta-da, we are now prepared for apple filling. Then you reset, grab a new apple, and rinse and repeat. Rolling out the dough is next, so for that I have my pastry rolling surface marble slab. Got the rolling pin, of course. Using a piece or a silicone mat, although honestly I forget if this was a help or a hindrance last time. Got some flour on standby as well as a little bit of water. Sugar, flour, cinnamon, nutmeg, and salt. This goes onto the apples. This is about the time you start wondering if you have a bigger bowl. Also, how is all of this going to fit into the pie? You know what's easier? Yeah. It's probably good for you. This is the hard part. I'm probably not going to do a good job at this. 1, 2, 3, go. All things considered, that's not bad at all. I should go like... Doesn't work well at all. Oops. Well.
Should I have told you earlier that it was actually 12 pounds?
Yes, you should. We have lots of apples. My wife got 12 pounds of apples. I thought it was 10 pounds of apples, which is why we have lots of apples.
Surprise!
Yay, extra apples. That's right, that would be very tall. Well, that's the other thing I keep forgetting to do, is drain the apples. Alright, butter on top. Now, once again, another moment of truth. Ooh. Yay! Oh, that's awesome. That is very awesome. I did a little bit of fluting around the edge just to seal the stuff up, butter on top, and then I did some vents along here as well. Nothing too pretty here, and sometimes you can do toppers on top of this or a glaze or something, but we're actually out of time. And we do have a Thanksgiving thing to get to, so I'm doing the last bit, which is to put tin foil around the edge. This is just for the cooking process, and this keeps the edges of the pie from burning while it cooks. We're gonna keep this on for about a half an hour of cooking, and then we'll take it off for the last 10 or 15 minutes. And it goes. Now one of Alden Brown's techniques is to take the cut apples and drain them before you actually add them in, and I did not do that. So if you're doing apple pie and you want to have a little bit of a fail-safe, do something like this, put it under the pie while it cooks. That way if it does bubble up and over the top, we won't have a burnt on sugary mess on the bottom of our oven. And now we wait 30 minutes and then we'll take the tin foil off.
Oh yeah, like 1 more minute.
Not too shabby. Remember, you should let the pie cool for at least 45 minutes. You can take advantage of this time to drive over to your family's house for Thanksgiving. Nobody, you're not supposed to look at the camera.
Oh, okay.
Everyone pretend like there is no camera. There's a store-bought pumpkin pie, which it'll probably be okay. My pie has collapsed a little bit. That is because I did not drain the apples, so we lost a little bit of height there, but it's okay. It's still gonna be delicious.
My son makes one.
Yes, my mom taught me how. Everyone, this is my mom,
Hi guys.
and she's gonna do the honors and cut the apple pie now. The first slice is always the most challenging to remove, so it's probably going to come up in a bunch of pieces.
But it looks so good.
It's still going to be delicious.
There's Daddy's, okay. Look at Daddy have the first piece.
And
Yep, I wish I had drained the apples. That's okay.
Get the right amount of ice cream, Tom. That is great.
My dad's a great actor.
Buttery and delicious and amazing.
Yay!
Yeah.
It's good pie. We are all so full and tired, except for the little one back there, of course. But guys, I just wanted to say thank you. Thank you guys for watching my videos on my channel. And this video in particular, especially if you've stuck through it the whole way. I wanted to point out that we started out making 2 pies, but we only ended up making 1 because we're saving 1 for later this week. That is my nephew, Evan, in the background. He's a happy baby. But guys, thank you for watching this video. Hit the thumbs up button. Happy Thanksgiving to all of you guys. Thank you again for watching all of my videos. Happy Thanksgiving for my family too. And we'll see you guys in the next one. Bye-bye.
bye.
Bye.